everyone, I'm Kristen and welcome back to our Mommies in PJs. Again, I'm not in my PJs in this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about mental health for mothers.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Only gone for a year, only know like once.
Talking about mental health, especially mom's mental health, postpartum depression, and even afterwards. You know, you've heard stories where new mothers or young mothers, scrap that, it doesn't matter your age, you can suffer from postpartum depression. It doesn't matter if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. It doesn't matter if this is your first, second, or third child. It doesn't matter, right? And oftentimes we neglect our new mothers. You know, we focus on the baby, and that's all good and grand. But at the same time, the person who is sustaining this baby with the breast milk and, you know, a lot of energy that she had to use to expel to bring forth this new life into this world, it should never be taken for granted. And I know, like, when we get used to seeing a lot of healthy births, a lot of healthy deliveries, we take it for granted, like, oh man, she alright, you know, every day somebody else have picked me. And that may be true, but her experience may be unique to her, and we have to remember to check up on our moms. There are times when, you know, certain symptoms of postpartum depression, you know, you can feel very tired. So you're tired because you're taking care of this child. Your body spent 9 months, or even if the baby was premature, you know, to develop this new being. Then you had to go through the pain, or if you had to do a C-section, it's a lot of work, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? And if you don't have the correct support in your corner, whether your mother-in-law or your mother or your sister or your husband, your partner, the baby daddy is not pulling their weight, you know, and they're adding stress on you, like, oh, you know, do this to the baby, me used to do that too, you know, my son or my daughter. That's all fine, that's fine, but this is what we're focusing on right now. And there are times when I remember I was just crying because I felt like I wasn't doing the best that I should. And especially when I became a single mother for the first time. And I just want to know that my child's dad, he's very supportive and he's very active and present in his son's life, and that I'm grateful for, because I know there are women out here, whether you're going through a divorce, whether the father has passed on or moved away or just completely walked out on you, and it's even harder, right? So my prayers are with you, and I hope you'll find your community and your support. And at times it may be lonely and challenging and difficult, and you have to pull for an inner strength that you don't even know that you're capable of, right? So in this video we're going to talk about, you know, how we can focus and care for ourselves, because it's one thing to expect it from our community, and whether or not we're getting it, we still have to do things for ourselves. So, like, I'm turning a very big age tomorrow. Well, by the time this video posts, me already turned a very big age, like, all the time gone. And, you know, my thing was I wanted a getaway, a weekend getaway by myself, just to de-stress, to recenter, to refocus, and see what no aligns with me. But guess what? I brought my child. I brought my son, because where we are, it oozes peace. You know, it oozes calmness, and it has a lot of playing area, and he can run outside and enjoy nature. You know, like how everybody else, if we go outside and go touch grass. Yeah, man. so him can go outside and go touch grass, and I can too. It's raining now, so we're inside, but yesterday he had a grand time. And there are times when I take trips and he's not with me, and there are times I do and he's with me, and he's inside doing his own little thing, you know, he's reading and playing and whatever, having fun. And I'm able to be here recording this video, hoping it will touch someone. And let's go through the techniques quickly. Before that, many moons ago I wrote this. It's on Amazon, A Single Mom's Guide to Handling Shame, Guilt, and Loneliness. I'll probably do another video talking about why I chose that as the title. And you know, but let's see if we can find where I mentioned some stuff that worked for me, right? It's a very simple read. Like, we just go over basic things. I try to make it as simple and a quick read, like 45 minutes read, because really and truly you don't have the time. You don't have the time to just reading. You just need to get the information as quickly as possible and digest it. And I use the nursing ADPI assessing. We'll go into that into another video. But one of the things I have here is journaling and gratitude, and it sounds so cliche, but it helps. When you're constantly in the frame of the negative thoughts and the negative pattern where you're like, this is going badly, and it's okay to complain. Complaining is a way. Sometimes when I pray, I'm like, Lord, thank you that I can complain, that my mouth can complain, because it means it's working. And in that same breath, thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm not expecting you to be constantly in a positive mindset, because that can also create a positive toxicity, right? But I am just trying to let you know that if you're in this spiral, one positive thought can just throw it off. You just need to take a breath and recenter. So journaling and gratitude. Let's be a teacher real quick, right? So this is, you know, self-care, motherhood, right? So you're dealing with the guilt because things didn't go the way you want. You're not excelling. You suck at breastfeeding. Don't worry, child, I sucked at that too. There are certain things that, you know, you hear a person say, well, my son was doing that at 8 months, 7 months, 6 months, and your child is not. As long as you check with your doctor and your child is doing okay medically, that's fine. So, one, we're going to journal. So we're just gonna journal and do a brain dump. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't even have to spell the words right or be grammatically correct. You just need to get it all out so your brain can get rid of that brain fog, right? And have some clarity. Like, okay, it's not so bad, right? Gratitude. So whether this is reaffirming, so I am okay. I am a good mother. You know you are, you know, even though you know you feel like you're not doing what you should be doing, and you feel like you're not enough. You know deep down nobody can take care of your child the way that you can. The effort and the extra mile that you go to, nobody else not gonna do it. So you know. So whether it's by reaffirming, right? Whether it is a gratitude journal, right? Another thing that we focus on, or in my book I mentioned, you need to have community. And if you don't have your own, you're gonna buy it. And what I mean by buying it is that you need help and nobody's there to take care of the child for you. You know, the partner or your ex, or you know, the child's father is working during the same time you're working, or whatever it is, you need help. So you have to go hire a babysitter. You have to go get a babysitter. right? Sometimes you can find them in based on shared hobbies, right? You can meditate. Ignore the writing right now, right? Meditation is a form of, you can even call it a form of connecting with your inner self, and it can also be like a prayer, right? So these are various things you can do. Another thing is to eat whole foods. You need to eat whole foods because you need energy. So these are just simple things that you can do, right? You can join me on my TikTok or Instagram videos where we go into different things and break these down. But what I'm saying is you have to find ways to take care of you. So journaling, meditating, exercising, pouring into you, do some stretching, like do some breath work, like breathing in, breathing out. Take your time and pour into you. Like being here right now, it has done so much for me. Before I came, everything was going badly, or everything that, or a few things, but I just made it seem like, I was making a mountain out of a little hill. That's what I was doing, and I was focusing on all the negativity in my life. And I came here, and just the sight of it and the fact that I have my son here where he could experience this with me. Of course, his experience will be different from mine, but I get to just not focus this week on the meal planning, the meal prepping, and I cleaned before I left, and I came and I was, just able to just detach a little bit, where I could just come into myself and just think and be like, Lord, I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. I'm grateful that this was possible, and I'm quite appreciative. So what I'm saying is, remember that the persons who are important to you. So if you have a support person in your corner as a mom, especially as a new mom, remember to big up that person there, right? They didn't have to be there for you. And the name of my book again is Birthing a Winning Mindset. It's like a single mom's guide, right? It's on Amazon, and you can just reach out if you have any questions, if you need support. And if you're not a mother yet, or if you're a mother but you want to know how to support other mothers, just try not to impart unsolicited advice. Ask and try not to be non-judgmental, and just help to raise a child no easy, and you're supposed to know that. So thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, you let me know. Just remember to like, subscribe, and share, because we're still doing that. And I'll see you in the next video.